All right. Well,
Need some
welcome
bows on it.
everybody to Carvis Twigs Bird of the Day. We got Birdism here, and we are going to be talking about a bird that is very near and dear to Birdism's heart.
Yep.
It is a
Yeah.
parrot,
Okay.
a true parrot, not only in the parrot order, but in the true parrot family. Today's bird goes by a
Okay.
couple different names, but officially, it is the Finch's parakeet.
Yes.
And now, have you ever seen a Finch's parakeet before? Are you familiar with any Finch's parakeets? Like, have you ever seen a picture of one or anything like that?
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
My daughter, Pico, is a
Oh,
Finch's
oh,
parrot.
you mean like these are actually pictures of your daughter Pico right here?
No, yeah, that's Pico.
That
She was
is
the one that was
Pico.
thrown
Yes, yes.
outside.
These pictures right here are of a Finch's parakeet, but AKA the Finch's conure.
Yes, with Mikey. Mikey's peeping in there too.
Yes, Mikey's the slightly
He crowned.
blue-faced bird that you see there.
Yeah.
Yes, we love Mikey. We love Pico. They are super. I mean, just look at
Mikey
that
says, "Oh,
face.
shut up."
That is something about parrots that's like it's a thing that you get in a lot of animals where they kind. Hi,
That's Mikey.
hi, Mikey. Where it's those like they kind of look like they're smiling, even though they're not. They just kind of look like they are. And they just look so happy. Maybe that's when people get their fingers bit because hey, this bird is happy. They look like they're smiling. I'm gonna put my finger up here. Ah!
They roll high in deception.
Yes, thank you for supplying some pictures for this bird of the day because what a cute parrot.
Oh,
What a,
she goes on she loves doing dishes with me. She'll
oh,
talk up a storm. She goes, "I'm right here. What are you doing? Hi, Mikey. Hi, Pico. Whee!" And then she does a little giggle and oh my god.
now her and Mikey are different species, but from what the pictures are telling me, it seems like they've bonded as friends, regardless.
Yeah. So before Pico, there was Paco. And Paco came to me with a lung condition. And we tried to fight it the best we could, but eventually it took him. And Paco thought he was people. He wanted nothing to do with poor Mikey, and Mikey wanted to be his friend. So, anyways, Pico comes in and they ended up bonding. They'll even like hold feet together.
Oh, it's
And
so
Mikey
cute.
puts his wing over Pico's shoulder when they sit together.
That is that is unbelievably adorable.
So Mikey got his friend.
Well, we're not going to be talking specifically about Pico today, but more her wild family.
Yes.
So these birds are not super big as far as parrots go. They're going to be bigger than your budgies, but smaller than your cockatoos. So they're going to be about 11 inches long with about an 18-inch wingspan. Give or take, 15% or so. Weighing between 4.7 to 6.1 ounces. They are, there's pretty much no difference between the males and the females that are immediately observable.
Yeah. Got her tested.
Yep, you gotta do the blood test on them to get to know it, or witness them laying an egg. It's pretty much
Yeah, she did that.
yes. And as you can see, they are native to Central America. So you're gonna see them in Costa Rica and a little bit of Panama there, and I don't think they're quite up in Honduras there. It seems mostly Costa Rica and Panama, and wonderful, you know, Central American jungles. That's where they like to live. And yeah, it's like Stashiforms is the order, and that's like you see that in both their family and their species genus. So it's just like, yeah, these are about as parrot as a parrot can be when they were organized
Okay.
taxonomically. I mean, it's just like, yep, look at them. And it sounds like Finch, but it's not named after a finch. Finch, spelled Finsch, who is actually the name of an ornithologist that they were named after.
Good for him.
Yes.
Hopefully he wasn't
So
racist.
we got one more picture.
Like the Major Mitchell guy.
Yeah, or Audubon is.
Oh,
Yeah, we don't like Mr. Audubon. He was a very
yeet
very
him.
bad human being. He
Yeah.
did a lot for bird taxonomy and study and ornithology, but that doesn't excuse the other things. Yes, we're not going to talk about that now. We're talking about
Here's the
birds.
black hole.
Well, there's a
Oh, they
X-ray that you
say,
had taken of Pico with an egg in there, and like, good God, that's big.
yeah, we had to take her to 3 hours to Houston to go to the ER and pop it out.
That's that sounds very
First day.
painful. That sounds very painful. Yeah.
I'm happy to say she lived.
Yes.
Sometimes they don't.
Yeah. Well, it can be scary. Well, I mean, we like famously like kiwis have eggs that are like
One
30% of their body weight.
my God, they're poor cloacas.
Yeah. But these little fellas, there's actually not a lot known about their mating behaviors in the wild. Um,
Hmm.
but they do know that they nest in tree cavities. They like to find out little hollows, and they will make their nests in there. They do know that both parents will go in and out of there and incubate the eggs, and that once the babies are born, both parents are going to help raise them and feed them. And they lay 3 to 4 eggs per clutch, but it's not one of those situations where it's just like, you know, one day, egg, 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 egg. No, there's actually
Hmm.
usually several days between the eggs being laid. And so one will be, it'll be like two, it could be like 2 to 3 days between eggs. So
Yeah.
that's kind of interesting.
Or Pico doing it all at once
Our
for
people are
some
doing it
dumb
all at once. Yeah. Yeah. But
holiday.
yeah, unfortunately, there hasn't been many long-term studies of these guys, so they really don't know if, like, how do the males attract the females. I mean, we can assume that their colors have a lot to do with it. Probably a lot to do with their call. But they live in flocks, and so they probably are trying, probably find another bird that's within their flock or something. It's just really hard to know, because parrots have very diverse mating rituals, and unfortunately, there's just not a lot known. But
They
that's
like to
okay,
put their booties in the air. I've
as many
seen it.
birds do. Yes.
Little huskies.
Look at my cloaca. Don't you want to rub your cloaca
I
against my
heard.
cloaca? Yeah. Oh, dirty
Dirty
birds. Dirty birds.
birdies.
Now, these birds, as you can probably attest to, birdies, uh, they talk a lot. They're very vocal.
Pico talks a lot.
Yeah. But one thing that's interesting is most of the birds will be most vocal when they're on the ground or in a tree or something. But these guys are noisy even while they're flying. They've observed them flying around and just scream while flying.
They're
Yes.
talking to the fam.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
But as you know, they are parrots. So what is parrots known for? Well, they're very
Friend.
curious and intelligent animals. They like a lot of
They're cute.
stimulation. They love to explore. And if they see something that they don't know, they want to investigate and figure out what it is and learn about the world. And I think
Little
that's pretty
babies.
cool. Yeah,
They're just like little babies.
these like little babies. Even as adults, they're like little babies. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, hey,
you
there's
gotta
an
be
animal
patient
I've
with
never
them.
seen before. I'm gonna go check it out. Or there's a flower
Yeah.
I've never seen before. I'm gonna go check it out. Oh, that human is holding his little device in their hand. I'm going to go steal it and drop it into water.
That too.
I saw
Oh.
like a YouTube compilation of like parrots stealing phones. It's just like,
Or breaking keyboards
oh
and
God, don't keep a laptop around if you have a pet bird because you may not have keys on that laptop anymore.
Pico will go. I can't work with Pico because she goes down to my fingers and plays with my fingers and nibbles on them. She doesn't so
Oh.
much go for the keyboard, just my fingers.
Well, I mean, at least the skin on your fingers can regrow. The
Oh yeah,
laptop is
she's not too
forever.
bad. I'm like a cockatoo.
And as we said, they are very social animals, and they've been observed that the flocks that they live in are usually about 30 individuals strong. And an individual may leave their flock to go find a mate. There's a little intermixing here and there, but generally they're gonna be kind of like a little family unit, and they're gonna watch out for each other because survival is a lot easier when there's 30 of you because that's 30 pairs of eyes looking out for predators
Mhm.
instead of 1 or 2 pairs of eyes. It seems to work out pretty good. Although I can't imagine that there's too many predators that go after parrots. Um,
Uh,
but
Will.
larger birds are always a threat, and
Yeah.
and
Cat.
cats, freaking cats, man. And there's
Yeah.
there's probably some bigger cats that you know would go for one if they could get it. So, but yeah,
Mhm.
more eyes is better. They're also helping. It's like, hey, community is a good thing, people. We like communities, and we like birds that live in communities. And these birds are pretty much vegetarians. They primarily like fruits and flowers, but it's been kind of a weird thing that they've been observed eating wood. Like they'll get like a twig and they'll like eat the twig. It's like
Yeah,
twigs,
people like to chew on perches.
yeah, which is bizarre behavior because nutritionally, there's not a lot good for a bird in some wood, but it might. They suspect that it might aid with digesting other stuff. We're not really sure. Which I don't
Huh.
know. I eat wood. It usually does not help with my digestion. Quite the opposite. But
Mm-mm.
yeah, I don't know.
Keeps
Keeps
it.
the beak clean. I don't know. Let's say it's one of
Oh,
those
maybe.
things is ornithologists aren't really certain why they do it. They don't do it often, but it's something that's been observed. But no, there's berries, there's fruits, stuff like that. That's what they're going to gravitate for. Now, what do you feed Pico most of the time? What's her diet like?
Pico gets so I do birdie salad in the morning. I'll give her like uh 3 different types of fruits and veggies, and I'll throw like a little bit of cooked quinoa on it. And like she'll eat sweet potato, she likes cucumbers, she likes the sweet peppers. And then I have her quote fruity pebbles, which is the supreme fruity blend. And then she gets some seed without the sunflower seeds, because sunflower seeds can cause them to get a little bit too hormonal,
Interesting.
because it's like high fat and it like kind of signals their body like, oh, times is good, so let's go make eggs. So I try to avoid giving her them eggs. I mean, them eggs, those seeds, the high fat seeds.
See, now that's really interesting. That's a little thing about feeding a parrot that I bet most people would never have even thought about. Like, hey,
Yeah.
if you feed them certain kinds of foods, they're going to get horny and lay eggs.
Yeah, at the time, like if things are plentiful and there's high fat and they feel comfortable, they'll try to poop eggs.
Yeah, and we do say poop because it all comes out the same hole.
Yep, 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 yep.
Ah, we love cloacas, don't we? Yes, yes, we do.
Very handy.
But hey, uh, a beautiful thing about these birds is that their wild populations are stable, so they are
Good.
considered a species of least concern. And
Yeah, I noticed like the more flashy and intelligent birds are, like the more likely people want to like make them pets. And I'm like, please stop.
yeah, um, that's it. Well, I mean, these guys, as far as parrots go, they're not the most colorful parrots,
No, they're not
but
flashy.
I mean, come on. There's something to said that about that beautiful green color of just your simple green
Yeah.
parrot. It's a beautiful color green, and I love that little red on their head. And
It's like a
uh,
little hat.
well, and you can see in this picture here, there's just little bits of iridescent blue coming through on the feather tips. It's very pretty.
Yeah, and there's like yellow under their wings too.
Yes, if we go back to the previous picture, you can see the one with their wing up, the
Yeah,
yellow
like
and
you get a feather and half of it's gonna be a different color. Their tail feathers are like that too.
yeah, it's beautiful, absolutely beautiful. But yeah, they can make good pets. But as we said before, you need to do your research first. They need a lot of socialization and stimulation, but they can be an excellent companion to your home. They do well with humans. They like humans.
Yeah, Pico's pretty good. Like sometimes she'll like chomp my ear, but not like to draw blood, just to like be a troll.
Okay, so she's not going full Mike Tyson, just partial.
No, no, like she'll be on my shoulder and like a chomp, but it's more like beaking versus biting is what they call it. No fruity pebbles for you.
Okami is craving fruity pebbles, but come on, fruity pebbles are pretty. You know what? You know, I always thought that Cocoa Pebbles are far superior to Rice
Mm.
Krispies for making Rice Krispie bars out of. Basically, just make Rice Krispie treats, but use Cocoa Pebbles.
No.
Ah, so good. So
What
good.
other things can you make marshmallow treats out of?
Okay, you know
Hmm.
what I like to do is you get golden grams, and then you
Okay.
use a little bit more marshmallow than you normally would, so you really get the marshmallow flavor. And then you put a layer of chocolate on top, and you got yourself a s'mores bar right there.
Then you get yourself some diabetes.
Yeah, yeah. Health foods, obviously, yes.
Delicious
But
diabetes.
do not feed these to your parrots.
No, no. They
Right.
like if you eat healthy food and you share it with your birds, usually you're good. With few exceptions like avocados,
Yeah.
onions, and garlic.
Yeah, it's kind of funny how it's like, yeah, avocados, onions, and garlic is toxic to many animal species, not just
It's
birds.
toxic to me now too, because I got like IBS and I can't have it.
Yeah. Meanwhile, people are like, okay, so this recipe calls for 2 cloves of garlic. All right, 2 bulbs of garlic it is. Got it.
Too bold, yes. Dude, I'm Italian. Well, I'm part Italian. I'm many things. But now I can't have garlic and I
Oh,
can't have onion.
that
And
is.
what's the point of living?
I'm coming in quiet? Oh, interesting. Well, Birdie's
Because
mouse was coming in a little loud. Maybe I just need to turn her down.
I am a parrot. I am loud.
Yeah, parrots are supposed to be loud. Don't you understand? This is how it works.
Hey.
Oh yeah, she's actually turned up a little bit. Anyway, what are my thoughts on the Finch's parakeet? Well, I mean, I've really got nothing negative to say. I think it's been pretty well established that after corvids, parrots are like my second favorite type of bird. I love pretty much every species of parrots. I love their intelligence, their curiosity, their vocalizations, their behavior. Just they're so pretty. It's just like, you know, I really got nothing negative to say about these birds. I love them. They're cute.
Mikey has empathy.
Empathy?
Whenever I cry, he'll stop being a butt and come over and stick his face in my face and go kiss, kiss, kiss.
Yeah, that's so sweet. And it's just like
Does it a bunch of
animals can empathize. They understand emotions and they can read it. Birds do that. Dogs I've seen do that. It's just like yeah.
They did a study on it too with African Grey.
What the heck? The head pat didn't trigger. There we go. I'll just manually trigger it. But unfortunately, it means I also have to get hit by a bear. What the heck did
More
Mix
pets.
It Up crashed?
Oh.
That's weird. Yeah, Mix It Up does a head pat, and I knew I logged in earlier, but it crashed. That's weird.
That's what I
Huh. Oh well. But anyway, we gotta work. See, I can do a head pat. So I have F9 is my head pat trigger, but unfortunately, it's also the tits trigger for throwing items. So if I want to manually trigger a head
Drink
pat,
some water.
I need to get hit by something. But I can do that. Oh, we gotta drink some water. But yeah, I give it my thoughts on it. Do you want to give any final thoughts yourself, Bernisium? Ow.
Oh, you're not supposed to give peanuts to birds because they have like this really bad fungus in it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, but yes, I love powits. Conures always have a special place in my heart because they are clowns and they open my eyes to the wonder that is powits.
That's
And birds
just
in general.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess we're going to call this bird of the day done. What a wonderful bird of the day. And thank you, Birdism, for coming in and obviously probably offering more information on birds than any other guest has. Although Mango was able to give quite a bit of info on lovebirds. But I always love when I have a bird of the day guest on who knows as much about the bird, or in your case, more than I do. So it's very nice. It's very nice. All right, well, we're going to head back to the studio and call this bird of the day done.